Hello, good morning everyone, my students. Today I'm going to teach you here about Writing Task 1 for UKVI or IELTS General Training. Now I will provide you different things and different knowledges regarding the types of letters. As you know, in the UKVI or GT, they should face three types of letters in writing, and among three, one will be asked in your examination time. Let's have a look. Types of letters. 1. Personal, that is also called informal letter. 2. Semi-formal, and then third number is called formal letters. Okay, let's go in detail from first to the third. Let's go. Personal letter, that is written to the personal relations. Okay, it is written to close people like your friends, like your parents or your relatives, okay, whom you have the good relationship and you can talk to them, meet them every day. Okay, so when you find personal letter, you should always begin your writing by saying dear father, dear mother, dear brother, dear sister, for family relation, dear, and for our friend's first name. Like for example, dear Raghav, dear Ram, dear Sam, like this. Okay, introduce about the purpose of writing. For what the purpose, what the major things or what the question is asking, that you should mention in the first paragraph, that is introduction, right? After introduction, make your introduction no more than 2 or 3 sentences, and then go for the next. Explain the given bullet points you will face in Writing Task 1, Task 2, Task 3. In Writing Task 1 mainly for letter 1, 2, 3 to 4 bullet points, and that you should mention in your writing main body paragraph, second or third. Here you should write the bullet point, explain them like the causes, advises them if it is necessary, otherwise just leave them if it is not important. Next, okay, conclude your letter. If your letter is fulfilled, if you have made your letter is complete in meaning, then you should make your answer conclude by recommendation or by giving some suggestions, advices if it is required. Then you should write subscription, that means yours, like yours, ever yours, truly yours, your obedient, okay, your friend, like this, and put your just the first name. That means in the personal letter you should begin from the first name in here and write at last here also the first name. That is always important, right? Because personal letter you should mention here the first name and here at last your first name. Any confusion? Now we go for semi-formal letter. In semi-formal letter, it is mainly written to the person who are not close to us much. Moreover, you know them but you don't have close relation with the people. For example, manager of your company, right? Landlord, landlady, or any professor of the colleges or business people whom you have not the close relation much, but you meet them, you know their name. To them you write semi-formal. Especially in your examination, the letter may come for manager of your company or the landlord or landlady, that the room you are living in a rent. Like this, you should begin your letter with dear Mr., Miss or Mrs. If the man is there, use Mr. If unmarried lady is there, so put Miss, or if married lady is there given, put Mrs. Dear Mr., and here the last name, like for example Pradhan, dear Mr. Pradhan, dear Mr. Srastha, dear Mr. Saha, like this you can put the last name only. Introduce the purpose of writing this letter. Why are you writing this letter? That mention your main purpose. Explain the bullet points that are given in your question paper. If you miss the bullet point anyone, you will not get proper score. So try to maintain all the bullet point in a serial order, okay? At last, conclude your letter. Remember, in writing letter you can make 3 or 4 paragraphs only, and then write your subscription as yours sincerely or sincerely yours. Remember, look, this letter start with say me, yes. So you can put here sincerely starting with yes. That is the good techniques to find this. And here after yours sincerely, one of these two you can use and put your full name. Okay. Then we go for the formal letter. In the formal letter, it is an official letter that is mainly written to the person whom we don't know. And you should begin your letter by saying dear sir / madam or dear sir or madam and put comma at last. You should keep these things in mind because you don't know whom you are addressing, whom you are writing. For example, the manager of the Everest Bank, the manager of SBI Bank, you don't know. But if you are given a question to explain or to put certain topics there, you should always understand dear sir or madam, okay? Introduce the purpose of your letter. Why are you writing this letter? And remember, if your question will not match with your answer, you will not going to get the score. So always focus, you should understand the question first and then should introduce and explain the bullet points. Then conclude your answer at last. Write your subscription as yours faithfully or faithfully yours. As I have told you, look, start with formal F. You can use your faithfully. Clear? Yours faithfully and also your full name. So my dear students, after learning different ideas about the letters in personal letter, semi-formal and formal, today I hope you are getting well knowledge, because nothing is difficult in learning. If you practice in home, if you prepare such types of questions, you will understand each and everything. And watch my YouTube videos because I will post some other necessary letter samples also, and also the techniques, the ways how do you develop your knowledge regarding the writing letters. One thing you remember, in Writing Talks 1 for general training or for UKVI GT, you have to understand there are 3 letters. 1 personal, 2 semi-formal, and 3rd is called formal. Among these 3, 1 can be asked to your examinations. Thank you, and we will meet for the next video. Have a good day. See you soon. Now I would like to show here sample questions and what types of topics can be given for writing personal letter. So my dear students, have a look for some time the common topics that can be asked while writing personal letter or informal letter. 1. Apologizing for a damage or inconvenience caused. That means if you have done something wrong with anyone, or if you have used some laptop, mobile phones, camera of your friends, and if it destroys or damaged, then you should apologize with the friends and you should say how does it become damaged or spoiled. So you should write like that. Next thing is invitation, or inviting the friend to your own place, to your birthplace or to your hometown, right? Next thing, seeking an advice on something. Seeking means finding. When you are in trouble, when you are in problem, right? When you have no idea to do what is right and what is wrong, to select one thing, then that time you should remember, you should ask with someone. And if you are writing a letter, suppose you are living far away from your home, far away from your friend circle, and if you have got some problem, if you don't have anything to do, then you can ask someone for advising you, right? And you can do this. Next thing here, recommending something. Recommending means suggesting. Yes, suggest something to do one, right? So you can recommend on any topics to any like a brother, sister or family members, if you have something to do for. Now I'm going to teach you here a sample question of personal letter. Stay with me till that end. Alright students, now here you have a sample question about personal letter. Like this question can be appeared in your examination time. So stay with me and see here how does it occur. And I have kept here sample answers and sample questions also, so that you feel very easy to write personal letter in your examination time. Okay, sample question 1. You should spend about 20 minutes on this task. Last month you had a holiday overseas. Overseas means abroad, any other countries, away from your nation, where you stayed with some friends. They have just sent you some photos of your holiday. Suppose you enjoyed with some friends in abroad and you take some photo there, and those photos now your friends are sending you. And when you got the paper, these photos, you have the memory back. Yes, you recall those things which you did there. And now you can write here later. Write a letter to your friends means here 2-3 friends together. So you can address dear and friend's name, 2-3 friends like that. Thank them for the photos and for the holiday. Explain why you didn't write earlier. Invite them to come and stay with you. Write at least 150 words. You do not need to write any address. So like the questions in your examination task 1 of writing UKVI and GT, the question can be appear like this. So stay always with me and do share, comment, like and subscribe my channel for more videos to secure high band score and to support you through my channel. Have a good day and see you for the next video.